So I just left the 7-Eleven and bought a bag of lettuce, organic lettuce, which looks very nice, for 30 baht. And next door at Macro, something that looked less fresh of the same quantity was 65 to 80. And then I bought a Taiwanese chicken microwave meal, which was 40. That's about 25 rand. And I'm going to walk to the beach and try and find a shady spot to have the Hainanese chicken, which is of course the Chinese type thing, which is very popular on Hainan Island in China. There's the cozy hostel, pool table and full bar. And we're getting quite close to the beach now. Yeah. There's some poultry here, and they seem to be free range. This is a continuation from the shops. There seems to be some vacant land as one approaches closer to the beach. And his motorbike with his guitar. That's what's remarkable about how they take the whole household with them. Interestingly, here's someone on a type of vending bicycle, a complete shop on wheels. National Telecom and Public Company Limited. It appears to be closed, being a Sunday. I would have thought as one gets closer to the beach it would be more built up, but the land here is undeveloped. But they obviously have intentions of developing. It says pool villa for 2.5, so they're probably going to be building on this vacant land, which looks quite expensive. Probably expensive as well. It says here, Grand Pacific Sovereign Resort and Spa, living luxury, 5 stars hotel with rooms, function rooms, restaurants, kids club. Sovereign Resorts, or Sovereign Resort and Spa.com. So they have something in mind for this land. Maybe as one gets on the actual the main part of the beach, you'll probably find that there's more shops and things, because we're still about another 100 meters to go. They reference in an advert here 20 meters to the beach. It's always closer than it really is. And quite colourful looking accommodation here. He's carrying an entire meal on his scooter to someone with seafood. I don't think you'd see that anywhere else in the world. That was quite remarkable. Somebody actually riding a scooter carrying a seafood platter to someone. And more land across here. Probably also earmarked for something. The sea is in sight. When we used to go away on holiday decades ago as a family holiday, it was always a question of who can see the sea first. Well, as a solo traveler, it's always going to be me that will see it first. But you have the chance to travel with me and to experience what I might see and discover. So hopefully you find it interesting as well. And with modern technology, you can be certain that the video quality should be of reasonable resolution, so you should be able to see most of it pretty well. There's something for 3.45. It's a little bit pricey, but there are others that are even more expensive. But you won't find a 2-bedroom unit for less than about 2.5 in terms of Thai currency. We've got here Raw Enfield Hua Hin test ride, the famous British motorbike. I remember my dad saying that his first motorcycle, I think, was an Enfield, from what I can recall. And I do have an old Cine film. I think it's 8mm monochrome, with him riding his Enfield motorbike, which would have been more than 60 something years ago, 70 years ago. Oh, we made it to the beach, and it really looks good. The Chum Beachfront, and there are rooms to rent here too. And we could make some inquiries too about that. What else have we got here? Let's see. Another guest house, TK guest house. This is 500 there. So we're looking at about 300 rands a day. Can shop around to see what's on offer. It'll be good to do a bit of a scout around here and see what we can observe. But I think I'm going to take a break and have my Hainanese chicken to start with before we start looking at this road here, which looks rather interesting. I think I'll go and have my Hainanese chicken somewhere around here. I hadn't in mind to go and sit at a restaurant, but I think this time maybe just look at the sea and as a takeaway as such. Now this actually looks a little bit less built, and not so much built up, but that's not so busy as such. A little bit reminiscent of Da Nang. Quite similar to Da Nang in a way. Of course, I'm referring to Vietnam, which has made me think of it. The nicely set up sort of beachfront area. Have a quick look at the beach. There are people swimming over here. It looks like they do have a swimming area. I think we have to look at that. Somebody using a jet ski. Over there it tells you Chum, and it looks like there are more beach dwellers in the distance. Yeah, the beaches certainly here, they look ideal. Very nice looking beaches. And with the rain having just gone away for a bit, it's very picturesque. Oh, there's a jet ski, boating. This looks really good actually. Very impressive. It was well worth catching the train from Hua Hin to Cham. I'm inclined to say Cham, but I've heard it pronounced as Cham. And it only costs 6 baht for the inexpensive train, which is 20 minutes, which is about 4 rand. Not even 5 rand to catch the train from Hua Hin to Cham. I like what I see here. It's looking good. This could easily be the Mediterranean. It could be the Greek islands. Difficult to distinguish the exact location without saying where it is, but this could easily be like a Mediterranean, except that maybe the water in the Med is a bit more turquoise. But still, this looks pretty good all round. There's another jet ski taking off. Anyway, I want to have my Hainanese chicken rice. Although I'm essentially vegetarian, I make an exception for something like Hainanese chicken.